Hey guys, hope everyone is having a great league start so far. In this video, I wanted to go over my campaign experience leveling as a Lich, Essence Drain, Contagion, some pros and cons of the leveling process, as well as some tips that I would offer to anyone who is thinking of starting this build. So first off, I really wanted to play a spellcaster because I've been playing mostly bottom right builds for the past leagues, like the Deadeye, Mercenary, Amazon Witch Hunter, etc. And I really like the changes they made to the Blood Mage Ascendancy, and I was inspired by Captain Lance's idea to go full Chaos conversion with the new Black Flame node, as well as trying out some life stacking. And the worst case is if this all doesn't work out, the Blood Mage offers a ton of options to try out other skills, like Spark with Widow Hail and a Quiver, for instance, and so forth. So for starters, I'm leveling this as a Lich with Essence Drain Contagion because that is the most popular meta option out there, and also for a good reason. It really has a smooth leveling experience. I do want to preface by saying that this is a multi-button build, and the damage over time mechanic or playstyle is not for everyone, right? As you can see in these clips here, you don't really just shred off the monster's health. It's a slow process of ticking them down, and that's not for everyone, right? Now, the pros is that the damage is very consistent throughout the campaign, and it gets stronger as you add on more skills like Despair, Dark Effigy Totems, and also with better gear. The survivability is decent, nothing to brag about. But the best part of this build is that it almost feels like it's the perfect build for the current league mechanic, which is Abyss. Now, you see in some clips here that the Essence Drain Contagion will literally melt an entire pack of mobs spawning out of Abyss and continue melting them as they continue to spawn. So it's really satisfying to play, and I think nothing really beats it, at least in the campaign. Now, some tips that I would offer if you are playing this for the first time is, number one, I would add in Bone Storm for a single target. Bone Storm has a pretty high built-in physical damage that scales with gem levels. So the way we play it is that we cast Essence Drain, we cast our Despair, Dark Effigy, and so forth. And while all the damage over time skills are doing its work, during that downtime, we will cast Bone Storm. So it is an additional layer of single target basically, and it also hits really hard. So that is the first tip that I would offer, because that's what this build really struggles with, is single target. Second is to practice your skill rotation. So once you have all your skills, you want to first cast Despair, throw down your Dark Effigy Totem, cast an Essence Drain, and then channel your Bone Storm. And you just want to make sure to keep Essence Drain up on the boss at all times. Don't smash the buttons because it really doesn't do much to increasing your damage. And finally, offensive upgrades is really simple. You just want to focus on gem levels, particularly all spell skills, because that will scale both your chaos skills as well as your Bone Storm. And finally, spell damage is also a premium option because it scales both of them. And yeah, these are the main tips that I would offer that I think help me scale my damage the most throughout the campaign. And in a second here, I'll just go over some gameplay footage of the campaign itself. Alright, so I'm going to go over my gear and skills really quick. So starting with gear, for the wand, this is a very basic wand that I have not upgraded yet. You basically want to upgrade this as soon as you can throughout the campaign, focusing on all spell skills, chaos damage or spell damage. Those are the two premium stats that you want in your wand. So this is, as you can see in those clips, I'm basically clearing the campaign with a +1 when I could have a +3, which will be a huge DPS increase for me. And I'm level 54, so the damage is not a problem in this build. The next priority would be your focus. Again, you want to get level of all spell skills here and spell damage. Spell damage applies to both your Essence Drain as well as your Bone Storm, so it's a premium stat. And finally, your Amulet will give you level of all spell skills as well. This one here has a +2, So in total, you should be able to get about +5 to +6 to all spell skills, which will be a significant DPS increase. Body armor and the other pieces are really just picked up from the ground. Life, some resistances, and then movement speed on your boots. And then for the rings, you want to get, again, resistances. Cast speed is a good stat as well, if you can get it. And then life again. So that is the gear. For the skills, I have Essence Drain linked to Swift Affliction, Chain, as well as Considered Casting. Contagion linked to Rapid Casting, Unleash, and Magnified Area. Despair linked to Heightened Curse, Focus Curse, and Efficiency. Bone Storm only on Brutality and Burgeon. The next link is really not necessary, but if I had to pick one, I'll have to look through it. But you can do like a cast speed one or anything really. Arctic Armor, I like to use this instead of the other support just because it actually deals a good amount of cold damage when it procs. And it also freezes the monsters nearby that hits you. So it's a pretty good defensive buff. Dark Effigy is the totem that deals additional chaos damage. It's a nice little extra DPS to fit in the build. And finally, Withering Presence with prolonged duration. And then for the passive tree, I start off with Eldritch Empowerment because it just gives you a flat 30% more damage. As long as you have some energy shield, you'll always be sacrificing it, and you'll get 30% more damage straight up. And then the next lap, I got Soulless Form, which basically solves all your mana regen. Keep in mind, Despair, it costs a lot of mana, so this node is important. And you get that about the same time when you unlock Despair, so it's perfect for the build. And then next lap, I'll probably get Eternal Life, and then I'll start switching into Blood Mage. For the tree, it's really straightforward. You want to just grab all the spell damage up here, grab the chaos damage here, and then grab the chaos damage here as well. And then I went ahead to grab some cast speed, and then I started moving up to this spell damage wheel over here. And then we started going down to this lasting incantations because of the generic spell damage, which is actually surprisingly quite hard to come by. As you can see, there's only a few here, and that's about it. The reason for that is because spell damage, again, it applies to both chaos, your chaos skills and your bone storm. So this node is actually really good. And then everything else is basically just grabbing all the chaos wheels that you path through. Very straightforward tree. These zone of control and hindered capabilities synergizes really well because it basically causes enemies that are hindered to take 30% increased damage, which is really good. Alright, so I'm in zone Nakanu here. It's still Act 4. I'm still making my way through the campaign, but I'll just showcase a little clear here. Hopefully we can find an abyss. And the playstyle really, for packs, you just want to do Contagion, Essence Drain, and everything's going to die. For bosses, you want to cast Despair, drop your Effigy Totem, and then make sure to keep Essence Drain up on the boss. And during the downtime, just cast your Bone Storm, which basically requires you to charge it up like that and cast it. So you just get extra damage basically. Yep, so the 2-button playstyle takes a bit of getting used to with the dodge, rolling, and everything, but once you get a hold of it, it's pretty, you get rewarded for it because it clears well, single target's decent. So like here, I'll drop a Despair, a Dark Effigy Totem, and then you see that this rare just melts pretty much. See, hopefully we can find a boss. If not, we have another rare over there. So Dark Effigy, Curse, Despair, and we can cast Bone Storm as a bonus. So that is the rotation that you want to practice if you're playing this build. There you go. Pretty straightforward. Alright, so we may not find a boss here, and I don't want to keep this video too long. I'm a level 54 right now, and I think I'm gonna make the swap soon because I just got enough currency to get the Blood Mage helm, which is crucial to swap to Blood Mage. So I'm excited to try that out, and I'll make an update video in the next few days just to show you how it feels like. But yeah, this build has been an absolute pleasure to play. And Leaguestarter, if you have any hesitation on starting a spellcaster, don't worry about it. It's really straightforward, and there's a lot of guides out there at this point. Captain Lance, again, he has a very thorough guide on leveling as a Lich and making the transition, so I would definitely check him out as well. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.